What's up, everybody, and welcome to a very special edition of the After Run Bourbon Club. We are here live from the A6 Coffee House pop-up post-Cherry Blossom 10-mile race for a post-race celebration. We are going to have all the guests come through and taste a little bit of this Buffalo Trace. And as a little incentive, everybody who comes and sits with me, does a little interview, tastes a little bourbon, they will be entered into a raffle to win this wonderful Koros watch. So let's see how many people we can get up here, and then we will do this raffle and give away this watch. My first guest is actually, who is my first guest?
So I'm Ethan Brack.
Ethan Brack.
Been running with the club maybe like a year and change
Okay.
at this point.
All right, welcome to the show, Ethan.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
How do you feel about bourbon?
I'm a big fan.
Okay.
Pretty much of all the brown liquors.
Of all the brown liquors?
Yeah,
Nice,
yeah. Like
nice.
I think personally I would like skew a little bit towards the Scotch, but that's mostly
Okay.
just because of like drinking with my dad or like, that kind of stuff.
Fair enough.
But yeah.
Awesome. All right, well, we're going to have a little bit of Buffalo Trace today. You ever had Buffalo Trace before?
I definitely have, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is obviously like it's a little step up, but
Yeah.
I think in terms of like we were talking about a little bit earlier, like the like day-to-day drinking
Yes.
kind of bourbons,
Absolutely.
this is like probably one of the best.
This is my, at the end of a long day, just sit down and
Exactly.
have this as a
Yeah.
little bit of a sipper. Yeah.
Right.
All right, well, cheers, Ethan.
Cheers, man.
All right. Good?
That's like, so this is the story. So in college,
Yeah.
we thought we would be cool, me and my little group of friends.
Yeah.
And so we would carry a bottle of Jack Daniels around
Okay.
in our little book bag to all the parties.
Nice.
Obviously, no one wants to stand in line for,
Right,
a million
yes.
hours for the keg.
Yes.
But also Jack Daniels is pretty horrible. Like, like unrelieved Jack Daniels is pretty bad.
Agreed. Yeah.
And so this stuff, like, there's really no burn.
No.
There's a pleasant little tingle.
Yep.
It does that coating part,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I know some people really like that sort of like strong caramelly kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like my thing. But
Okay.
This one is kind of like a nice balance, I feel.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like I
So,
said,
yeah.
one of my favorites.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Let me ask you a couple more questions. I'm gonna do a little speed round for you. Okay, just off the top of your head, what you got, right? So, do you prefer road running or trail running?
I guess road running now,
Okay.
trail running before, but I have very little like experience with either.
Okay. Do you prefer for an NETC our Track Tuesdays or our Long Run Saturdays?
Track Tuesdays, I love the structure of the workout and the way that it like pushes you hard, and I don't have to think about it at all. I can
Yeah.
just show up, get a really good workout, and then just improve.
Excellent. Love that answer. And then finally, if you could choose between going on a first date or running 30 miles, what would it be?
Honestly, probably 30 miles, man. First dates are horrible. No, actually, if you could do maybe like running on a first date,
Okay,
that
okay.
would be a pretty cool way of like breaking up that awkward first
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Kind of a fun thing. Maybe not 30 miles, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, love it. All right. Well, thanks for coming
Hey, no
to
problem,
the show.
man.
Appreciate it.
Finally being part of it.
Yep. And I'll see you out there on the road.
See you around those.
Yeah. All right. Thanks. Yeah. All right. I'm here with my second guest. Now, this is a special guest because she is one of this year's Cherry Blossom ambassadors, race ambassadors. So obviously we got the hardware on now. So ran the race today. You got the double blossom.
Double Blossom.
I mean, she ran the 5K yesterday and the 10 mile today. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Who do we have with us?
I'm Sharon,
Sharon. And where are you from, Sharon?
Central Jersey. I
Central
saw
Jersey.
an amazing sign on the 5K course yesterday that
Yeah.
said, "Run. Somebody behind you is a Central Jersey denier." It was perfect.
Okay. Do people deny that Central Jersey exists?
Unfortunately,
Okay,
they
I
do.
did not know that. That's news to me.
Well-
And I've had a New Jerseyan on this show before, so
Well, I appreciate that you recognize Central Jersey.
I will.
We all do.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, some people deny it.
Okay.
It's-
Well, I would never do that to you. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
So I know your husband is a pretty big bourbon aficionado.
He is.
Right? How are you, excuse me, in terms of bourbon? Are you a big bourbon fan?
I am a gin girl.
Oh, okay. Gin. I am
Yeah.
not a gin fan. It's too, earthy.
I think you're one or the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was my delicate way of saying. not a bourbon guy.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. So today we have Buffalo Trace.
Okay.
Have you had Buffalo Trace before?
I don't know anything about Buffalo Trace.
Okay. So Kentucky bourbon.
Okay.
It's pretty smooth, I would say. You're gonna get some caramel notes in there, I think. It's not gonna have a whole lot of burn that you would get with some bourbons. So,
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to trust you on that.
Yeah,
I
trust
don't
me.
know if I'll agree at the end of this, but I'm going to try.
Okay. All right.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. What do you think?
I think it still burns,
Okay.
but not as really painfully as other ones that I've had.
You didn't make like a cringe face, so that's good.
You know, I can tough it out for NETC.
Okay, I appreciate it. Let me ask you a couple questions about
Please do.
running.
Okay.
They're gonna be quick fire, like rapid fire questions. Trail running or street running?
Street.
And for NETC, do you prefer our track Tuesdays or our long run Saturdays?
Track Tuesdays.
Yeah, obviously, right? It's the best.
So fun.
And last question. So obviously you're married.
Yes.
But if you had to go way back before you were married, would you prefer? All right, hold on. Let me rephrase this, because way back before you were married, but you are the runner you are now, right?
Okay.
Would you prefer a first date or a 30-mile long run?
A first date?
You'd rather go on a first date. Okay.
I have never done a 30-mile run before, so
Okay, fair enough.
the evil you know, I guess.
I guess. Sure.
The devil you know.
Oh, yeah. There it is. There
Yeah.
it is. All right, Sharon. Well, thanks for coming on.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you trying out the bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
congratulations on your race today.
Thank you. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
Amazing run.
I appreciate it.
Super fast.
Well, it was all right. I'm happy with it. How about
Good.
that? Yeah.
Good. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, y'all. I got my next guest here. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Dave Nitkevich.
And Dave, how are you today?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Good. Did
Yeah.
you run today?
I did.
How did you do?
Got my second fastest 10-mile ever. So feeling pretty good about myself.
Excellent.
Still lost to my girlfriend, Mary. What can you
She's
do?
quick.
She's
quick.
very fast.
Yeah. So you've been coming to NT for a while now, right?
Yeah, I started in like January 2022, I think.
Oh wow. Okay, that's what we're at 25. So nice.
I
3
know,
years.
I know,
3
a couple years.
Excellent. And you also have your own run club, right?
I do, yeah. West End Run Club. We meet on Friday mornings at the Call Your Mother in the West End on New Hampshire and M Street.
Okay.
6:45, same 3-mile route every week. It's great. We had our record 77 runners actually
Wow.
last weekend. So
That's amazing.
It's cool. It's a great way to start. Most people work remote on Fridays, so
Yeah.
we typically hang around for coffee and bagels for about an hour or so after the run, and that's
a great time.
about twice as long as we run for. So I love it. Keeping it going.
Sounds
Yeah.
great. That's awesome. What's your experience with bourbon? You're a
I
bourbon
love
drinker?
bourbon. I've
Yeah.
been to Louisville about, I don't know, 7 or 8 times.
Okay.
My story with bourbon in Louisville was I got off a plane once. I was deplaning.
Okay.
And the flight attendant heard me call it Louisville.
Oh no.
And she goes, "Oh, honey, put 7 marbles in your mouth and try again."
Yes, you gotta pronounce it like you got a mouthful of bourbon, right? Yeah.
Louisville.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Well, today we got some Buffalo Trace for you. Have you had Buffalo Trace before?
I have some at home.
Man,
It's good
beautiful.
stuff.
All right. Cheers, man. Perfect. Every time.
This is so good.
It is.
It's smooth. It's easy.
Yep.
Thank you to Heaven Hill or whoever owns this.
It's actually Buffalo Trace on.
Is it? Oh, Buffalo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, Buffalo Trace.
All right. Some quick questions. Do you prefer trail running or street running?
Street running, always. I
Always.
twisted my ankle like the one time I tried trail running and said never again.
Trail running sucks, man. I hate trail running.
I mean, it's cool, but I can never be that cool. And my co-leader at West End Run Club, Natalie, is like trail runner extraordinaire.
Okay.
I'm streets only.
Okay. And then for NETC, track Tuesday or long run Saturday?
I like a long run Saturday. You know, I'm a West End, like DuPont Circle neighborhood, so very often the long runs kind of cycle around and they're a little easier to get to.
Okay.
And
Nice.
I like running in the morning way more than at night.
All right. Okay. And then last question. Obviously, you have a girlfriend, but if you were to go back to before you had a girlfriend, would you rather go on a first date or go for a 20-mile long run?
First date, what?
You'd prefer first date?
20-mile long run?
Yeah, I mean, some people choose the run because the anxiety of going on a first date. Just
Oh
seems
my
to
God,
be,
no!
yeah.
Strangers are just friends I haven't met yet.
Oh, okay. Love that.
I don't date anymore, but I'll do like informational interviews with students and stuff. It's
Yeah.
like my way of volunteering, just because
Yeah.
it's thrilling. I love it. People are awesome.
Nice.
Everybody has something to teach you,
Exactly. Oh,
Yeah.
that's wise, and that's a perfect way to end this one.
especially when you drink bourbon. Easy, man.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hi, everybody.
All right, we got a next guest here, or next victim maybe. What is your name?
My name's Dan Hurley.
Dan Hurley. How are you doing today? Did you
I'm
run?
doing great. I did not run today, but I was in the cheer zone.
Cheer zone. Nice. The cheer zone today was epic.
Oh, it was so great. Such a great vibe.
Yeah, it's always a great time, especially at Cherry Blossom. The crowd really shows up. NETC really shows out.
Yeah.
I think we might actually have the best cheer zone in all of the district at
Oh,
every race.
100%. 100%.
Nice. So have you had bourbon before, or what's your familiarity?
I love bourbon.
Okay,
Love
that's
bourbon.
awesome.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite times.
Okay, nice. So
Yeah.
very familiar with Buffalo Trace then.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, nice. This is my daily sipper, so that's
Oh, yeah?
I love this one.
Oh,
yeah.
no. Good choice.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so well then I guess I don't need to really introduce it to you, so we'll take
Yeah.
a little bit. here.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, man, that's good.
Perfect. Every time. I love it. Yeah. All right. So quick questions. How long have you been coming to NETC?
2 years now.
All right. So
Yeah.
you're starting to be a little bit of a veteran. Love to see it. And then do you prefer street running or trail running?
I love street running, but I'm actually doing a Ragnar race in April.
Okay. Which one?
The one in Richmond.
Nice. I ran
Yeah.
that one last year, and as an all-male team, we came in first. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I hope I come in first, but
Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
be a stretch.
Yeah. We had some very fast guys on our team. And as a trail runner, not a trail runner, I appreciated the other guys picking up my slack. So
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a fun one.
yeah. Do you prefer Track Tuesday or Saturday long run?
I love Saturday long runs.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's
Why?
just a great way to socialize.
Absolutely.
Tuesday track runs for sure.
Yeah.
But it's also a great way to get to know the city because you're meeting at a new coffee shop each week and supporting small businesses. So that's a
Absolutely.
great thing.
Excellent. Nice. Love that. And then final question, if you had to choose between going on a first date or doing a 20-mile long run, which would you prefer?
Oh, man. 20-mile long run.
Yeah. Why is that? Why a long run over a first date?
That's a great question. It costs less.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on,
Yeah.
man.
Thank you,
Yep.
Los.
Yep. And I'll see you out on the track for
Yeah,
sure.
and for everyone watching, join the NETC.
Absolutely. Love that. All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. I have another guest here. What is your name?
My name is Stephanie Matusek.
All right, Stephanie. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well today.
And I see you got your medal on, so you ran today. How did you feel?
Felt pretty good.
Yeah.
Overall, a slower time than 2 years ago, but it felt much better.
Okay. Excellent. I love to hear it. It was a tough day out there today. The 90% humidity definitely didn't help.
And a lot of people.
There were a ton of people out there today, but I heard they actually, from the lottery process, turned away 8,000 people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That is
yeah,
a lot.
I actually didn't make it in the lottery, and
Okay.
I got someone couldn't do the race, so I actually got their bib from them. So
Nice.
that worked
Very
out for
cool.
me.
Very cool. I love your ASICS fit today. The Run DC thing
Yeah.
is so amazing. ASICS did an amazing job on
They
that.
did a really good job. And the back says 2025 finisher.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing. Well, what is your familiarity with bourbon? Are you a big bourbon drinker or no?
No, not really.
Okay, do you like brown liquors at all?
Not particularly.
Okay.
It's not my number one. I usually go for vodka.
Okay, fair enough. Well, let me just tell you, this is Buffalo Trace.
Okay.
It's a pretty milder bourbon. You might get a little bit of burn, but you should taste some caramel in there, maybe a little bit of smoke and some woodiness. But yeah, it should be pretty easy for you.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
it's a good beginner bourbon.
Okay.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
There you go.
It wasn't bad.
Not bad, yeah?
Not bad.
You get the flavor profile?
Yes.
Excellent. So let me ask you a couple quick questions. Do you prefer street running or trail running?
Street running.
Okay. And for NETC, do you prefer our Track Tuesdays or the Saturday long runs?
I've only done the track Tuesdays.
Okay. All right. So you like Track Tuesdays?
So I like the track Tuesdays, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great way to get your speed workout in, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, and I know you're married now. You just got married last year. But thinking back to when you were still, young and single. Not that you're not young. Uh, put my foot in my mouth there. Would you prefer going on a first date or going for a 20-mile long run?
Ooh. Probably a first date because my longest run is a half marathon. So probably not a 20-miler.
Okay, fair enough. Well, Stephanie, thank you for coming on today. And,
problem.
Good luck on the raffle.
Thank
And,
you.
Yeah, we'll see if you get it.
Sounds good.
Awesome. All right, we're here with my next guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Daniel Schwei.
Daniel, and we actually had your wife on here already.
I heard.
She took the shot. Yeah.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was watching from over there, and she is, a whiskey novice, I would say.
Yeah. She said she prefers gin.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's definitely a gin lady.
Yeah.
But, we complement each other in that way.
Okay.
It leads to a well-stocked bar at home.
Nice. Yeah, I know for a fact that you are a huge bourbon advocate, lover, all the things.
Advocate, supporter, consumer.
Connoisseur. Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm excited that you're here to try out this bourbon. I'm sure you've had Buffalo Trace before. Yeah. I'm also excited to see that you got your Double Blossom medal on, so you ran both races.
Both races.
How'd it go for you?
Awesome. The 5K took pretty chill.
Okay.
It was really more of a shakeout for today with the 10-miler.
Yep.
And PR'd the 10-miler this
That's amazing.
morning.
That's amazing.
Set a pretty ambitious goal for myself of under 80 minutes.
Okay.
And got right in there with 1:19:26.
Awesome. Perfect. That's amazing. Amazing time. Time.
I feel great about it.
Yeah, and how does the body feel right now?
Right now feels good. I think tomorrow might be a little slow moving.
Yeah,
but,
for
still
sure.
riding the high right
Okay,
now.
let's go. And then a little bit of bourbon to top it off.
Exactly.
All right. Well, cheers to you, my friend.
Cheers.
Congrats on the
Thank you.
PR.
Delicious.
Amazing, right?
Yeah.
I love Buffalo
It's
Trace.
Buffalo Trace is a great go-to.
Right? It's a good, barrier entry level
Yes.
bourbon. Yeah.
It's not too pricey, but
Yep.
the quality for the price point, and I think it's a good intro for a little bit above the 80 proof.
Yes, exactly.
Because that's
Yeah.
when you really start exploring some new territory with bourbon.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let me ask you a couple rapid fire questions before we let you go here. So first off, trail running or road running? Which do you prefer?
Road running, I think there's maybe a trail future for me, but right now I'm much more a road running guy.
Okay. All right. Love to hear it. For NETC, do you prefer our track Tuesdays or the Saturday long runs?
Track. Like
Yeah.
to go fast.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love it. I just want to go fast.
Yeah.
And then finally, last question. So obviously you're married. Think way back to before you were married, you were still dating. Would you prefer going on a first date or running a 20-mile long run?
First date.
Really?
20 miles is a lot of miles. I could go on a lot of first dates in
Yeah.
the time it takes me to do 20 miles. So, yeah. Drink
Fair
a lot
enough.
of Buffalo Trace.
Absolutely,
in a
absolutely.
20-mile run.
Yeah. All right, Daniel. I appreciate you coming on.
Thanks,
Good luck
man.
on the raffle.
He's going to get hammered.
No. We're gonna take it easy. Take it easy. All right, I'm here with my next guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Chrissy.
Chrissy, welcome to the After Run Bourbon Club. How are you today?
Doing good, did my double blossom.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time with friends.
Excellent. How was your races? Did you feel good?
I earned my 5K.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Love
a
that.
solid-
I love
solid
that.
time.
You have an interesting story about a pre-race experience that you had this year. How was that for you? Like you went to a party, right?
Yeah, sometimes you go to a party, you have a little bit of fun,
Yeah.
a little bit less sleep, but good news, party pace today, so don't recommend tequila before a good race though. So I think, in a month from now, I'll have a different pre-race strategy.
Probably for the best. Yeah, because you were out there having a good time.
I was.
Yeah.
Made it
Well,
till the next day.
I'm glad. I'm glad you made it to the start line.
Yes, me too. too. Me too. I really needed to see the whole vibe, so I'm glad I made it.
Yeah. What's your experience with bourbon? Are you a bourbon drinker?
I will say like hit or miss. Like I like a really good like rye base like whiskey.
Okay.
Like
Nice.
but it depends.
All right. Have you had Buffalo Trace before?
I have not.
Okay, so Buffalo Trace is like, I would say it's a very good like entry-level bourbon.
Okay. Okay.
It's got enough of a kick that you feel it, but it's still got that like smoothness and a really good flavor profile.
All right. That
Yeah.
sounds good. That sounds smooth.
Oh, yeah, exactly. All right, should we try it out?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Very smooth.
Very smooth, right?
Flavor profile.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm glad that you like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me ask you a couple rapid fire questions really
All right.
quick. Would you prefer running on trails or street?
Street.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less tripping hazard.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes. Do you prefer NETC's Track Tuesday or Saturday long runs?
Track Tuesday. I
Yeah.
do my speed work and I don't even have to look at my watch.
Yeah, we got the pacers out there. You can turn your brain off and just run, right? Yeah. All right, last question.
Okay.
If you had to choose between going on a first date or running a 20-mile long run, what would you prefer?
You know, I think a first date.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, 20 miles, like, that's a toughie. I can see that in my next marathon training cycle. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I think a first date might be easier than the 20.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, Chrissy. Well, thank you so much for coming on today.
Yes.
And enjoy the party and good luck at the raffle.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. We are here with our next guest, and this is a very special guest. This is one of the founders of Northeast Track Club. This is Matt Kesting.
And Charlie.
And Charlie. Hi, Charlie.
Hola.
How are you? Yeah, that's fair.
We're gonna be nice. Okay.
Matt, how you doing today? Busy day. Yeah.
Exhausted, overwhelmed. It was a lot today.
Yeah, you were in charge of the cheer zone today and setting
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
You're not gonna want that.
That's for Daddy, right?
Yeah. Here, you have this one.
Good girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheer zone. But cheer
Cheer
zone
zone?
was epic. Like.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Having run
Glad it
through
was.
it was amazing.
Do I need this? or-
Yeah, because they won't be able to hear you otherwise.
Can I hold this right here? Yeah. Cheer zone was pretty great. The issue with the cheer zone is you got to get up at 4:30 to beat the road closures.
Yes.
Hold on, baby.
Absolutely.
This may not go in at all. This whole interview.
No, we're embracing chaos,
Yeah.
right? That's the motto.
That's the motto.
Yeah.
Look, baby, look at the camera.
Yeah. Are you a bourbon drinker?
Whiskey. I
Whiskey.
prefer Irish whiskey.
Okay.
But I don't mind bourbon. It's close enough, I
Okay.
guess, in a pinch. So.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not a connoisseur by any means.
Sure,
You know, like
sure.
for me, a standard Jameson is fine.
Okay.
You know,
Nice.
but I do love whiskey and I think there's actually some on that, and tequila.
Okay.
And Yeho tequila.
That's
That's what I love.
Nice. All right.
Okay.
Well, we got Buffalo Trace here today.
Yep.
It's very like entry-level bourbon, but still very good, very flavorful. So I think you might enjoy this one.
Yeah, I think I will. I just had a sip before we started. Okay, here, let's leave it right here. I don't want it either.
All right. Cheers, Matt.
Can I get a cheers? Cheers. Daddy, take some. Yeah.
How's that?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Definitely burns. A little bit.
Yeah, a
afterwards.
little bit.
No. Good for me. Daddy. I not finish it? You gotta finish your liquor, right? So how was your race?
My race was good.
Yeah?
My race was good.
PR?
I would say Masters PR. Yeah, I'm never gonna run the speeds that I ran as a late 20s, early 30s, but
I never say never, but yeah, probably not.
probably not. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I can answer a question now.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna ask a couple questions.
Okay.
Do you prefer road running or trail running?
Oh, I don't really prefer running.
Which is crazy because you've founded a run club.
I actually prefer trail running.
Okay.
Yeah, so for some reason I was always way better at trail runs, way faster at trail runs. I think for me, what happens is, and one of the reasons I have this barrier for running, that's why Track Tuesdays are so good, is because my mind gets in the way.
Sure.
On road running.
Yeah.
I just get too bored too quick.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I try tricks, you turn on music halfway through or whatever it is. But trail running, it was constantly having to watch your feet.
Yep.
And watch out for things and make turns and
Yeah.
duck and stuff like that. So for some reason, it just took my mind off of like
No, totally
the
understand.
the SHITT part of running.
Yeah, that's actually why I hate trail running, because I like to just run and turn my brain off.
Yeah. I mean, some people, it works for them. For me, it's the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Like when Vox and I first started dating, I got her to do a couple trail races with me, and
Yeah.
wasn't her thing, but I love it. Yeah.
All right. Nice. Nice. So the second question, which you kind of already answered, do you prefer Track Tuesday or Saturday long run?
I mean, Track
Track
Tuesday
Tuesday.
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the energy is just hype. You know, I also feel like at Track Tuesday, you just, I don't know. I feel like the endorphins that and the like what people experience for a Track Tuesday, it's just such a good feeling.
Yes.
You know, to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
people out there for the first time or for the 100th time.
Right.
I feel like the same sense of like accomplishment, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like this is so great that these people have found this community, and then the shorter gaps. You know, it's like a mile tops. Those suck.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, like when we get into Betty or Mile, the reps are like 200s and 400s. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. It's great to go fast.
Yeah. Short and fast.
Absolutely.
That's better.
Absolutely. All right. Last question.
Sure.
So obviously you're married to our other founder, Bonks.
Yeah.
But think back to before you guys were married, before you were even dating, right? Would you have preferred to go on a first date or go on a long run?
Oh, first date.
First dates.
First date.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah, no. First date. 100%.
Yeah.
I was more like an athlete.
Sure.
And would run because it's important for your athletic performance.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
until I met Vox, I didn't really take running all that seriously.
Okay.
And then obviously she takes it very seriously. So yeah, first date for sure. I would probably prefer many things before I was married.
Overrun.
Over running, honestly. Like colonoscopy.
Oh my God.
You know, some waxing. Whatever. You know,
okay.
A lot of things I would have preferred.
All right.
Mic drop.
All right, everybody. I'm here with my next guest. Who do I have?
My name is Eric.
Eric? Yep. All right. All right, Eric, welcome to After Run Bourbon Club. How long have you been with Northeast Track Club?
I think exactly a year or just under a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So like right around Cherry Blossom last year then.
Yeah, I remember when I first joined, it was like, all right, and we're starting Better Your Mile. And I
Yeah.
was like, what is that?
Right.
And then, so like this year, I really want to do, like, that's my main running goal at the moment.
Okay. That's awesome. Did you run today?
I ran today, ran the 10 miles.
Nice.
Definitely, I think, maybe the longest, like, unbroken distance I've done in a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How'd it feel?
Really good. I'm definitely proud of it. Definitely, I started Track Club Tuesdays to really get better at high rocks.
Okay.
So that was
Sure.
kind of my main focus,
Yes.
and that was last weekend.
Yes.
So this was like, all right, I've been training for the running, just gonna do the whole thing, have fun with it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice capping off a nice hard
Exactly.
training program. Nice. Very cool. Are you a bourbon drinker?
I'm definitely more of a whiskey guy, like
Sure.
rye whiskey.
Yeah.
Bourbon's in that kind of family.
Right.
so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very cool. Have you had Buffalo Trace before?
I've never have I ever.
Okay, so I describe Buffalo Trace as a good like entry-level bourbon.
Okay.
It's got a nice higher proof, but it's not too much burn.
Yeah.
And you still got this like really good flavor profile that you can taste a lot of different flavors when
Gotcha,
you're
yeah.
doing it. Yeah. So cheers to you, man.
All right, cheers.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
Any other hard-hitting questions?
Yeah, no, I got a little rapid-fire questions for you.
Good.
Yeah. So, would you prefer trail running or street running?
Definitely street running.
Okay.
Too many rolled ankles in my lifetime. Yeah.
That's exactly why I don't like trail running either. Yeah.
No, I would prefer track over everything because that feels the best.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, you kind of answered my second question. Would you prefer Track Tuesday or Saturday long run?
I started with Saturdays, and I'm like, you know what would be the best to actually get faster with Track Tuesdays?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do miss the Saturdays. Now that it's warmer, I feel much more likely to go back to running.
Okay,
Yeah.
very nice. And last question, would you prefer going on a first date or a 20-mile long run?
Okay, considering I've never run 20 miles in my life,
Or let's just say your longest run, doing your longest run again, or going on a first date?
I would rather go on a first date, but
Okay.
I do think the best first dates are actually an activity.
Okay.
So like a yoga and then go get drinks after, something
Nice.
like that.
Very
so
cool.
maybe a run and then a date.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Combine the two. Why not?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, good luck on the raffle.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. All right, everybody. I am here with my next guest. If you have been to a Track Tuesday, you know this woman. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Casey. She is one of our pacers at Northeast Track Club and a very, very speedy woman. Casey, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm feeling a little sore. How
A little
are you?
sore, yeah, because you ran the 5K yesterday.
I did.
Yeah, how'd that go for you?
It was good. It was fun. I was talking to a few people and I was saying how it's the first time that I've actually allowed myself to have fun in a race and
Sure.
just like soak in the atmosphere and like get to like hug your friends during.
Yeah.
And, like, it was really fun. And there's just like always such a good crowd of people and like
Yes.
I love Cherry Blossom Weekend.
Yeah, the amount of support for this whole weekend, the city really shows up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. Are you a bourbon drinker?
I am.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, you love bourbon?
I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Have you had Buffalo Trace before?
One time.
One time. What do you think?
I liked it, but it was in a cocktail.
Oh, okay. So you've never had it like just straight bourbon?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So I think this is one of the best bourbons to get you into just drinking bourbon straight.
Okay.
It's got like a high enough proof where you can feel a little bit of the burn,
Okay.
but it's still very smooth, and you get this like really good flavor profile in your mouth where you can taste some sweetness to it, a little bit of smokiness. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Wanna try it out?
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, you like it?
that.
Yeah, very good, right?
So what are the notes? You said like
So like
a little
caramel, some smoke, some toasty wood.
sweet. Okay.
Yeah, I think this one also has like a white pepper flavor to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's this one?
Very nice. All right, let me do some rapid fire questions for you.
Okay.
Okay. Trail running or street running?
Trail running.
Yeah? Trail running?
Yes.
Wow, that surprises me.
I grew up in Asheville, North Carolina.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I'm a trail runner at
You're a
heart.
trail runner at heart. Okay. That makes sense. I can get on board with that.
Okay.
Do you prefer our Track Tuesdays or our Saturday long runs?
Track Tuesdays. I love a track workout, and I just feel like everyone's like, just like energy is so fun.
The energy on the track every week is amazing. And like to watch you at the front of the pack, just leading a bunch of boys as they're struggling to keep up with you. It's inspiring every week. I love to see it.
So sweet. I love it.
Okay, here's a good one.
Okay.
Would you rather go
Okay.
on a 20-mile long run or have to go on a first date?
Well, I'm in a relationship and I love my girlfriend very much, so I would take a 20-mile run. And that says a lot because I hate running long distances.
Yeah.
But I really love my girlfriend. So.
Nice. No, that's amazing. Well, thank you, Casey. I appreciate you coming on to the After Run Bourbon Club today. Clearly, I'm starting to have too much. I can't even pronounce the name of my own show.
Thank you.
All right, I'm here
When
with
do we drink?
What? In a minute. Take a moment. All right, everybody. I'm here with my next guest. If you live in DC or are involved in the running world whatsoever, you have probably seen this man's face. Ladies and gentlemen, Rob Perez.
Hello.
Here in the After Run Bourbon Club seat. Rob, how you doing today?
Doing great. Thriving.
Thriving.
I'm here now. I had a couple slices of pizza.
Nice.
Hopefully some bourbon soon.
Yes, soon.
And Sapporos.
Nice.
And wine. I've had a lot.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
we're doing great.
So being very responsible with our drinking today.
Yes, I took tomorrow off.
Me too. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you run this weekend?
I did. I ran. It was my first time ever guiding a blind athlete.
Okay. How'd that go?
Incredible.
Yeah?
His name's Erwin.
Okay.
Apparently he's well known.
All right.
Other people from Northeast Track Club have actually guided him previously.
Oh, wow.
Will McGinnis, Christina, they've all worked with him.
That's
So,
amazing.
Super cool.
Very cool.
I've been running for 10 years.
Yeah.
And I just relearned everything I needed to think about while running.
Yeah,
When it
I
came
bet.
to
Yeah.
Potholes, cutting the tangents,
Yeah.
running through a crowd, all those things.
That's
Super
amazing.
Cool.
Very cool. Very cool
Yeah,
experience.
very unique.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
imagine. Yeah. Bourbon. You a bourbon drinker?
Am I a bourbon drinker? This is. Are we supposed to look at the camera?
Yeah, we can look at the camera. We
Okay,
can look at
great.
each other. Just go back and forth. Whatever.
Yes, I am a bourbon drinker.
Yeah, I know. I knew
Yes.
that.
I did a trip to Scotland, came back with a bunch of scotch.
Okay.
That turned me into bourbon, so here we are.
There we go. Have you had Buffalo Trace before?
I think I have 2 bottles of Buffalo Trace on the bar, so
There you
yes.
go. There you go. So I've been telling most people who come over here, and maybe you'll agree with me, Buffalo Trace is a good like entry-level bourbon for people who want to start drinking bourbon neat.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
That or, assuming this isn't sponsored, Maker's Mark.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
one that's a little lighter.
Sure.
A little easier on the palate.
Yeah.
But it's a good intro.
I agree.
Or a good way to get your night started, but what do I know about that?
All right, man. Well, cheers to you.
Cheers.
Yeah. Very good. All right, rapid fire. Trail running or street running?
As of recent, street running.
Okay.
But as you know,
Yeah.
usually trail running.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Do you prefer NETC's Track Tuesdays or Long Run Saturdays?
Track Tuesday, that's what I started with. So you
Okay.
got to go with that.
Yeah.
That's the
Take
OG.
it back to the OG,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
a long run Saturday, midsummer, like 16-mile day and finishing in a coffee shop and using iced coffee as water.
Right, yeah.
You can't beat that.
All right, last question. I know you're in a committed relationship.
Yes.
But think back to before you were, would you prefer going on a first date or running 30 miles?
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to say both. If she can't run 30 miles, don't worry, my current girlfriend can.
Yeah.
If she can't run 30 miles, she
Yeah,
ain't for me.
yeah.
I don't mean that, but
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
No, a couple people have said, let's combine them both. Let's go.
no,
Yeah.
both is good. I probably would eventually choose 30 miles depending on how many first dates I was on.
Sure.
And then I'd say, you know what, let's just stick to the mileage. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'd rather go on a first date.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Rob.
Sweet.
Good to hear you.
This is good.
Good to have you on.
Can I have a double?
Sure. I'll give you one more. Yeah. Don't tell the masses.
No one's looking. Also, I get 2 raffle tickets if we do a double.
That's not true. You get 1 ticket. All right, Rob. Thanks so much for coming on. All right, everybody. I am here with my next guest. Who do we have?
I'm Tyler. I grew up in Florida. I've been in DC for 5 years.
All right, Tyler. I got my own mic, so you can hold on to that one. Tyler, how you doing today? Did you run?
Pretty good. Yeah, I did run.
You did the 10 miler?
Yeah, it was my first time doing this one.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
How was it?
Good. The course is beautiful.
Yes.
I've been here for a few years, so I've seen the monuments before. but
Right,
It's
yeah.
great to see them all.
Nice. Very cool.
Outdoors for.
Yeah,
so
and
it was fun.
I'm sure running through the cheer zones, you just felt that energy and the vibe.
I heard somebody behind me say that really brought the vibe up, and I was like, I agree. there was some saxophone, some band,
Oh,
like,
interesting.
randomly in
Yeah.
the middle of the course, and I was like,
That's
this is
amazing.
cool. Like,
Yeah.
mile 5 or something. I was like, this is so much fun.
Very cool.
It kept me going for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
Are you a bourbon drinker?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did. I was actually just in Nashville last month.
Oh, nice.
So-
Nice. Okay.
I took a crash course on bourbon.
All right. Have you had Buffalo Trace before?
I've heard of it. I not sure. I might have. I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah. So I
I've
think
served bourbon and
so. Buffalo Trace, Kentucky bourbon, right?
Yeah.
And I'd say that this one is a pretty good entry-level bourbon.
Cool.
So it's not too spicy. It's not too much. Doesn't have a high alcohol content, but just enough to you can feel it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I recommend it to everybody.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Cheers, man.
That's perfect.
Right?
Smooth. Yeah.
Yeah. Very
Good.
smooth.
Yeah.
Definitely why I love it so
like
much.
that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you 3 rapid fire questions. Just whichever one comes to your mind first.
Okay.
You prefer trail running or street running?
Trail running.
Trail running.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
But I do street running way more often.
Fair enough.
I prefer trail, but I just never.
Yeah,
but-
fair enough. Do you prefer for NETC our track Tuesdays or Saturday long runs?
Track. I did track in high school, so I prefer shorter sprint distances. but
Okay.
Try to get more into long distance.
All right. Very nice.
Still prefer track, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then last question, would you prefer to go on a first date or go for a 20-mile long run?
First date?
Yeah.
It depends. It depends on who it's with, but
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Very
That's an
cool.
interesting question.
Yeah.
Cycle.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming on board. I'm glad you enjoyed the bourbon, and then good luck on the raffle. Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with another guest that needs no introduction. She is a senior captain at Northeast Track Club. She is one of our pacers for the 5:30 crew. It is Molly Applegate.
Hey guys.
How you doing today, Molly?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah?
Just ran the 10 miler with Vonks. It was a blast.
Okay.
I'd like to bring that kind of race energy to my everyday life from now on, if possible.
Yeah?
It was
Just
so fun.
party vibes all the time.
It was a blast.
I love it. I love it. And I saw some video of you guys running through the cheer zone. The cheer zone was hype. You guys look so fantastic. How did that feel going through the cheer zone? Because usually you're like at the cheer zone. So like running through the cheer zone, how does that feel?
It's really cool to be on the other side of it, but the coolest is just to see how many of the community members show up for each other. You know, we show up for each other every Tuesday, but seeing people show up on a Saturday all day long when it's maybe a little chillier out than you want to be standing out, or maybe a little hotter and you have to lug all this stuff out there, it's just awesome to see everybody showing up for each other.
Nice. Love that. Love that. How are you with bourbon? Are you a big bourbon fan?
You know, I'm really not, but I'm willing to try everything once.
There you go. All right. Well, I assume you've never had Buffalo Trace before.
Definitely not.
All right. So what I've been telling the people who come on
It's
here.
like a pretty fancy bourbon. Tell me.
So it's not a super fancy bourbon. I would say it's a good entry level bourbon for people who want to start drinking bourbon neat.
Okay.
Okay. It's got a pretty decent alcohol level, like alcohol percentage, but not so much that you're gonna feel like the burn going down your throat. Okay. You should get some like flavor profiles of caramel, maybe some white pepper, some toasty wood, maybe a little smokiness. Exactly. Exactly.
Maybe I'll get hooked. You never know.
You never know, and then you can just go buy yourself a bottle and drink some all the time.
Okay.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, I was really trying to like taste it. You know, you like have it in your mouth
Yeah,
for a
switch
second.
it around. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I just choked on it instead.
Oh,
so.
okay. But what did you think of it?
It's definitely smoky. I can taste the smokiness, which
Okay.
is cool.
Yeah. Any sweetness in there on the after palate?
Now there is a little bit sweetness now
Yeah.
that you say it.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would have known to look for it, but now that you say it,
Yeah.
I can taste that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Mom, I'm going to ask you some rapid fire questions
Okay, I'm
before we
ready.
let you go, okay?
Yep.
Trail running or street running? Which do you prefer?
Trail running, 100%.
Trail running. Interesting.
Trail running, but I'm not totally there yet. Just like still recovering from foot surgery, but once I'm back, 100% I got my balance down pat. Trail running all the way.
Okay, very nice. Do you prefer our track Tuesdays or our Saturday long runs?
Ooh, okay. That's a hard one. I think I'm gonna go with Track Tuesdays because I just feel like we're vibing and it's just awesome. But I'll say, for meeting somebody new, a Saturday, because I just think it's a little bit more chill. It's easy. Entry level is a little bit easier because you're just going for a run. You can pick the distance.
Yeah.
And there's coffee and sweet treats at the end. What could be better?
What could you want after a run, right? And last question, Molly. If you had to choose, which would you prefer? Going on a first date or going on a 20-mile long run?
Well, if anybody knows me, I don't really like to run that long, so 20 miles is a long way. I'm always down to meet someone new, so I guess the first date.
Okay. Very nice, Molly. Well, thank you for coming on the After Run Bourbon Club.
Flattered to be here.
Yeah. We'll see you later. All right, everybody. I am here with my next guest. Who do I have with me today?
My name is Carlos, and I'm originally from Los Angeles, California.
Okay, a nice West Coast. What brought you to DC?
Work.
Okay, very cool, very cool. And how long have you been with Northeast Track Club?
Sorry, say that again.
How long have you been with the track club?
So it's been about 6 months now.
Okay,
Yeah, it
so
was like a
fairly
New Year's
new.
resolution sort of type of deal.
Very nice,
Yeah.
very nice. How are you liking it so far?
It's been great. It's keeping me active, made some great friends.
Yeah.
And I've loved every part of it so far.
Excellent. Very cool, very cool. Are you a big bourbon drinker?
So I'm actually not a big bourbon drinker.
Okay, what do you
but
prefer, like alcohol-wise?
I'm a tequila guy.
Yeah,
Parents are
classic.
Mexican.
Yeah. Very cool, very cool.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge tequila guy.
Okay.
I had a bad experience when I was younger. Probably shouldn't have been drinking it back then. But I've never recovered. So
It's how it happens.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Well, so bourbon, this specific bourbon, Buffalo Trace, I say it's a good entry-level bourbon. For one, it's not too expensive. For the price point, it's like a really good tasting, really good profile, very smooth. So I honestly recommend this one to whenever people are asking me what's a good bourbon to try, This one is my go-to. So if you want to try it out, hopefully you like it.
Perfect.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, that's very smooth.
Right? Yeah. You don't get that burn that you get, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
very
think
nice.
you might be turning me into a bourbon person.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me ask you a couple questions.
Sure.
One, did you run today?
I did.
How did you do?
I got just under 2 hours, so
Excellent. Excellent.
my main goal was to finish, and I did that.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. That's amazing. Well, congratulations on your finish.
Appreciate it. Thank
Is
you.
this your first 10 miler? Or?
This is my first 10 miler. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Love to see it.
Appreciate it.
And next year we're going to go even faster, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. So let me ask you some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
First off, do you prefer street running or trail running?
Trail running.
Trail runner.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is that?
It's just easier on the feet. I feel like it could be a placebo thing.
Okay.
But also trails just are a little more easy on the eyes
Okay.
than running on the streets.
All right. I feel that. I feel that. Do you prefer NETC's Track Tuesday or our Saturday long run?
Saturday long run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that?
And that's just like it's like a morning thing. You're not in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
Weekend thing. It's a leisure pace.
Okay.
I find that more relaxing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Love to see it. Okay. And last question, would you prefer going on a first date or going for a 15, 20-mile long run?
I have to do a 15, 20-mile long run right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. That first date, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I think I'm more in a running mood right now recently, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Well, Carlos, thank you for coming on.
I appreciate it.
Good luck on the raffle.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. All right, everybody, I'm here with my next guest. Who do we have?
Nicole.
And where are you from?
Well, I'm originally from New Hampshire, but I've lived 12 years in California. So.
Oh, wow. Okay. And what brought you to DC?
I wanted to move to the East Coast, so yeah. And I've lived in DC before for college.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Very cool. And how long have you been with Northeast Track Club?
1 month.
1 month.
Yeah, 1
All
month.
right, a little newbie.
Yeah.
Love it. How you liking it so far?
I love it. Great community, good
Yeah.
vibes. So
Nice.
Pretty
Love
awesome.
to hear that. Yeah, that's what we strive for. Bring the community together.
yeah.
Yeah. And are you a bourbon drinker?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah?
So I'm excited to try this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you haven't had Buffalo Trace before?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what I've been telling everybody, for me, I recommend this one for anybody that's trying to get into bourbon.
Great.
It's very smooth, and for the price point, it's really amazing.
Nice.
And anybody really who wants to start drinking bourbon neat, I think this is a great place to start.
Did you discover this?
How did I discover
Yeah.
it? So I am married to a Kentucky woman.
Okay.
And one of the reasons that she got me into bourbon, well, actually, she said she had 2 rules for dating her when we first started dating. One was to be a bourbon drinker, and the second was to be a Kentucky Wildcats fan. So,
cool.
And I was easy to do both.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, shall we
All
take
right,
a little
let's
sip? Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, wow. That is good.
Right?
That is
Smooth.
good.
Very smooth.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
smooth.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. All right, I'm going to ask you a couple of rapid fire questions
All right,
before we
let's
let you go.
Cool.
Are you a trail runner or a street runner?
Trail runner, definitely.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
just getting back into the road running now.
Okay. Why do you like trail over road?
So trails, I love just climbing mountains and seeing the landscape. So back in California, I used to trail run in Marin.
Okay, yep.
So would go for like training for half marathons there,
Sure.
and beautiful.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
there's something about road running, especially with track, with NETC, like
Yeah.
getting to practice all the sprints around the track.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it gets you to become a better
Absolutely.
trail runner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's what I love to hear. Do you prefer for NETC our Track Tuesday or our Saturday long run?
So I've only been to 3 track sessions and 1 Saturday.
Okay.
Both are amazing.
Yeah.
So I would probably prefer track though,
Okay.
just because it's working on something new for me.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice,
Yeah.
very good. Last question is kind of a weird one, but
Okay.
it's the last one you got to answer before you go.
Okay.
Would you prefer going on a long run
Uh-huh.
or going on a first date?
How about the first date on the long run?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, a little
That could work.
combination.
That could work.
Okay.
But if it doesn't go well, you have to find a way out. So
That could present a problem.
yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
But and also, what if you're faster than them?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you drop them. You just go. All right, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. Yeah.
Good luck on the
Thanks for
raffle.
drink.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
And have fun at the rest of the party.
Thanks.
All right, everybody. I have my next guest here. Who we got here?
My name is Chen Chao. I'm from Taiwan originally.
Oh, from Taiwan?
Yeah.
Very cool. That's probably the furthest person that I'm interviewing so far.
Say that again. Right.
Said I've never interviewed anybody from that far away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is quite far.
And are you a bourbon drinker?
I am.
Yeah?
I love bourbon.
You love bourbon. Okay. Have you had Buffalo Trace before?
I have. That's one of my favorite, actually.
Me too. This is my go-to every day. At the end of a long day, sit down and have a good sip of bourbon. This is the one. Yeah. Right. And so it's one of your favorites. Why do you like it so much?
My favorite bourbon?
Yeah.
Wow. For now, I think I'm kind of torn between Angel's Envy and Basil Hayden, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Actually, Angel's Envy was the first bourbon I ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a good one to start with,
right?
actually.
Yeah.
Did you have the rum cast one? Or?
I have a bottle of that now, but initially it was. Actually, I think. Yeah, it was. It was the initial my first one. Yeah.
That's my favorite one. It's like so flavorful.
It is.
Yeah.
It is very much. And actually, I think this one is also very flavorful, but also a good starting bourbon for anybody who's trying to get into drinking bourbon neat.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, cheers.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you.
Yeah. Very good, right?
I've not had it for a while.
Yeah.
I run out of it and haven't had time to buy a new one.
Oh, well, I'm glad you get to have some today.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a couple questions. Did you run today at the race?
I didn't actually. I have some friends who run the race.
Okay, were you out there cheering for them?
I was there afterwards.
Fair enough.
I wasn't very involved today.
Okay, no, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, there's so many people out there on the roads today. It can be a little bit crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot. This weekend has been a lot. I feel like DC has been pretty insane this past 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, absolutely a crazy time here in DC right now. All right, rapid fire questions. You are a runner, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you prefer road running or trail running?
Road running.
Road running. Yeah, me too. And then, do you prefer to do a track workout or go for a long run?
Long run.
Long run?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your longest what do you like to do for a long run? 10 plus, 20 plus?
Usually these days, 8 to 10. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. It's a nice easy distance where you're not gonna spend the rest of the afternoon laying down recovering.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I don't do any full marathon distance, so
Okay.
I don't. The top I will do is half.
Okay.
I don't really train above.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool. All right. Last question before I let you go. Would you prefer to do an 8 to 10 mile long run or go on a first date?
Man, I'd say both.
Okay.
I mean, it could be the same thing.
It could be, absolutely. Yeah, we've had a couple people say that they would, take their first date on a long run, and if they can't hang, then maybe they're not for them.
That's kind of rough. I mean, it happened on a day where we actually run for 6 miles.
Okay. Yeah. How'd that go?
It was fun. It was
Nice.
we pick a really nice area and then just run along the river and.
Yeah. Very cool.
I never met her before. It was just funny. We run together.
Nice. That's awesome. All right, man. Well, thank you for coming on to the show, and good luck on this raffle.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, have a good one. All right, everybody. I am here with my next guest. If you don't know who this is, then I don't know what's wrong with you. This is the woman who got me into drinking bourbon. Her rule was, in order to date her, I had to like bourbon, and I really liked her, so now I really like bourbon.
Who do you like more, me or the bourbon?
Obviously you. Always
the right
you.
answer.
Everybody, this is my wife, Carrie. How you doing, babe? Exactly. Yeah,
You
yeah.
do the applause.
Yeah. I'll add it in post.
Thank you.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah? Yeah. How was your run today?
Oh, it was so much fun.
Yeah?
It was the best, yeah.
Awesome.
Best cherry blossom yet.
Best one yet.
Best one yet.
Wow.
Better than my PR races.
Yep. Okay.
PR race. I guess I've only PR'd
Sure,
once, but
sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
Better
yeah.
than that one.
And why was it so good?
I just got to run with my friends and have a good time and enjoy the race and the energy and go to all the cheer zones, and it just was I just really like let myself feel the energy and like whatever the race brought to me
Yeah.
and embraced it. I embraced chaos, if you will.
Okay. A little Northeast Track Club motto for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. And obviously, you like bourbon. You're a Kentucky woman through and through.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am.
And how do you feel about Buffalo Trace? Like in terms of your ranking it on your favorites?
I don't know that I've actually had Buffalo Trace that often, like
Okay.
on its own.
Sure.
I'm sure it's like my choice in like a cocktail or something like that, but I don't know that I've just like had it straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well,
College did me dirty, and I had to take a step back from the bourbon game.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're gonna have a little bourbon right now. You ready for
Okay.
it?
I'm so excited.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Love you.
Oh, that's really good.
That's really good, right?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
been a while. That's tasty.
It is. It's very
Yeah.
tasty. All right, we're gonna ask you some rapid fire questions really
Bring
quick.
it on. Bring it on.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Trail running or road running?
Or what?
Or road running? Which you prefer?
Road. Blech. Trail. Yuck.
Fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Do you prefer our Track Tuesdays or our Saturday long runs?
Again, it would be Track Tuesdays. I'm not a long run girly. I love a track. I love a speedy little workout.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, fair enough. All right, last question. It's a little bit of a weird one.
Okay.
And you have to think back to before you met me.
Okay.
I know it's hard to do because
It
we've been
is.
together for
I don't
so
even
long
remember
now.
that time.
Yeah, yeah. There was no time before
I try to
me.
forget.
But if you had to choose, and I think I'm going to know the answer to this one, between going on a long run or going on a first date, which would you choose?
Oh, I still think I'd choose a long run.
Really?
Oh, yeah. First dates are terrible. Except for you.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
But yeah.
you don't like long running, so.
That's how much first dates suck. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, fair enough.
You
Fair
know.
enough. The
Yeah.
anxiety. Yeah, yeah.
And just like the bad conversations, I guess there's always a chance that a long run could be bad, but like the chances that a bad date could be bad, like high. At least
Higher.
like you got a good workout in on the long run.
Sure. You have to
But
work out. Yeah, yeah.
the first date,
And
it's
you
just
don't,
like,
you don't like small talk so much. Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
and I don't like if you're terrible, then I'm polite. I'm from the South. I'm gonna keep the conversation going, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, you're not just gonna walk out.
No, sadly. But if it's a bad date, walk out. Learn
Advice.
from my mistakes.
Advice right here. All right, babe. Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks.
I'm glad you like the bourbon.
It's delicious.
You know you got to finish that though,
Oh.
right?
Okay, I'm not gonna take a shot because I have to work tomorrow. Okay.
All right.
Cheers one more time.
Cheers one more time. All right, everybody. We're here with another guest. Who do we got?
Steven from Texas.
Steven, welcome to the After Run Bourbon Club. How are you doing today?
It's been a good day. I ran the Cherry Blossom.
Yeah. How'd you do? How was your race?
I got a PR.
Hey, there you go. What was the time?
121.
121. Excellent.
Well, I saw your speed though. That was.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, it was. I put in some work today. I'm gonna pay for it tomorrow. I can feel it, but hey, I'm here for it.
That's
left
really cool,
it
though.
all out on the course.
How many times have you done the Cherry Blossom?
I think this was my 7th.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I remember you were an ambassador a few years back.
Yes,
That's
I
awesome.
was. Yeah. Yeah. Are you a bourbon drinker?
No.
No, not at all.
No.
Okay. Well, luckily for you, this is Buffalo Trace, and I would say that this is a very good entry-level bourbon. So it shouldn't feel too much burn. You should get a nice little flavor profile in your mouth, and yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. Honestly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, man.
Cheers. Thank you.
How was it?
I've had worse.
Okay, there you go.
No, I feel the flavor though.
You did, right? Yeah.
Normally it kind of destroys you, but the flavor I feel like it's been really good.
This one's got it's got a strong flavor. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions really quick. How long have you been coming to Northeast Track Club?
3 years.
3 years. Wow. How you like it?
Really well. It's I've been hooked since the first week. I can just tell how amazingly it was organized, how just the quality and the people have brought me back. And so,
Nice. Very
yeah.
cool. And we're gonna do a couple rapid fire questions. All right. Do you prefer street running or trail running?
Street running.
Okay. Do you prefer Northeast Track Club's Track Tuesday or Saturday long run?
Oh, Track Tuesday, 100%.
Yeah? Why is that?
Because I'm not good at long distance, so.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. All right, last question before I let you go. If you had to choose between going on a 20-mile long run or going on a first date, which would you prefer?
Oh, first date easily.
Yeah?
I have a lot more experience with the first dates than 25. Thank you.
No, that's a good answer. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Well, thanks for coming on. Thanks for trying out some bourbon. I'm glad you liked it. And good luck on this raffle. Enjoy the rest of the party.
Cheers,
and
man.
Congratulations on your PR today.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. All right, everybody. I have another guest here. Who do we got here with me now?
Hi, everyone. My name's Sam Robbins, and I'm from Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond, Virginia. Nice. A nice local boy.
Absolutely.
Sort of. Welcome to the After Run Bourbon Club, Sam. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. Crazy weekend, a wedding yesterday, cherry blossom this morning, editing the cherry blossom photos currently.
Yeah.
And now we have stumpy photos, so
Okay.
busy weekend, but we love the race weekend.
Yes, yes. So for those of you who don't know, Sam is one of the most amazing photographers here in the DC fitness scene, and not even just fitness. Like, you do all kinds of stuff. Your photos, videos. You got me out here this weekend being your personal assistant on a shoot. Like, this guy works, let me tell you. Sam, how do you like bourbon?
I have come to enjoy bourbon more after a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
I would call myself a bourbon drinker, maybe not a connoisseur.
Sure.
But I do enjoy the bourbon now.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I'm glad to hear that.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think everybody should be a bourbon drinker, if not a connoisseur.
It gets you there faster, and it
maybe
does
not for that reason.
It does taste good occasionally.
Sure.
Like
sure.
very occasionally.
Okay. Have you had Buffalo Trace before? I feel like you might have.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have had it. Could I give you notes on it? Absolutely not.
Okay. Well, I will tell you that it is a very smooth bourbon.
Okay.
I like to say that this is a good entry-level bourbon for people who want to start drinking bourbon neat. You're gonna get flavor profile of like white pepper, caramel, smoked toasted wood. So everything that you could ever possibly want in a bourbon, I think, is right here. And a really good price point too. So
I love that.
It's not like one of those $500 bottles. You can get this. It's very affordable. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. All right. Let's take this drink, and then I'm gonna ask you some more questions. Cheers. What do you think?
So, it has fine notes of ethanol.
Okay.
It really reminds me of like the Zoolander scene.
Which one?
With the gasoline fighting. I feel like I'm there right now. Yeah. Well, I love bourbon.
It is not the gasoline scene from Zoolander, Sam. That's a little bit facetious.
But yeah, no, good stuff.
Good stuff. All right, Sam, let me ask you a couple questions. Are you a road runner or a trail runner, if you had to choose?
I think road runner,
okay.
But I am very interested in trail running. I grew up doing a lot of trail running down in Richmond at Pocahontas State Park. So I have a love for that, and I think I'd love to go back there.
Okay.
But right now, if I do any kind of running, it's mostly road running.
Okay, fair enough. For Northeast Track Club, do you prefer our Track Tuesday or our Saturday long runs?
I feel like it depends my week.
Okay.
Do I love a good speed workout on the track? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But sometimes a nice like 12 to 15 mile run with your friends around DC is what you need.
Yeah.
So I think it really depends on my schedule.
Okay.
So like if I have a terribly busy Tuesday and I have to move my workout around, Saturdays are the best because you can just wake up and usually you're free Saturday morning. So I guess long answer, Saturday long runs.
Okay. All right. Last question. Kind of a weird one.
Okay.
If you had to choose, would you prefer to go on a long run or go on a first date?
Well, that's really easy.
Is it?
A long run. Because, in a long run, you always come out a little better. On a first date, you never know. You never know what's going to happen next.
It's a toss-up, right?
Yeah, it's a toss-up. You can trust a long run, and you can't go on a first date with a lot of friends, but you can do a long run with a lot of friends.
Yeah,
so,
fair enough.
I'm going to say long run.
Okay. All right, Sam. Well, thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.
Thanks for drinking this bourbon with me. Enjoy the rest of the party now that you're done shooting Stumpy.
Oh my God, I'm done.
You're done.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Time
to party. Let's go. All right, man. Have a good time.
Thanks, Los.
All right, everybody. I have another guest with me. Who's here with me now?
Hi, my name's Amanda Henderson.
And where are you from, Amanda?
I'm from Florida.
From Florida. Okay, so you're used to humidity then.
I love the heat.
I am
More
not.
sun.
Okay. All right. Did you run today?
I did not. I ran yesterday.
Okay. How was the 5K?
I didn't run the 5K.
Oh, you just ran.
I ran
You
a
just ran.
trail race yesterday.
Oh, you ran a trail race. How was that?
It was a lot of fun.
Which one did you do?
Sheets to sheets.
I've heard about that. Actually, one of my bosses did that race also.
It was a great day.
Yeah?
I'd never been to any sheets before, and I got to see 2 in one day.
Nice. Nice. And how were the snacks along the way?
There was an entire campfire with build-your-own s'mores in the middle of the race.
How was that? Did you have
Amazing.
one?
Yes.
Absolutely. You got it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So it was a great experience.
Highly recommend. Yeah,
Okay.
everyone was super nice. Great snacks, s'mores, homemade pretzels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trail running is such a different
experience.
community experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
Good
hippies
vibes.
out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Are you a bourbon drinker?
I used to be.
Used to be.
Yes.
Okay.
When I lived in New Hampshire and it was cold, I drank more bourbon.
Okay. All right. So less so now.
Yeah, it's too hot.
I mean, we get some pretty cold winters here in DC. Like especially
This winter
last
was pretty
winter.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not enough to entice you to pick up the bourbon.
I haven't had bourbon in quite some time.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Have you ever had Buffalo Trace before?
I have not.
Okay. So I think Buffalo Trace is probably one of the best entry-level bourbons that you can
Okay.
have, especially if you're gonna drink it neat. It's very smooth.
Okay, good.
Yeah. You're not gonna get a whole lot of
No
burning.
burning?
You'll get a little bit.
Okay.
I can't say none, but you will also get some nice sweetness in the aftertaste. You'll get a little bit of smokiness in there.
Okay.
But and a tiny bit of spice. So
Okay.
not too bad.
All right.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Cheers.
Super smooth.
Right? Very good.
That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Let me ask you some questions.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
I think so.
All right. Do you prefer road running or trail running?
Road running.
Okay. So even though the sheets are sheets, you still prefer
I'm
road?
getting into trail running, but
Okay.
I have more experience road running.
Okay.
Yeah, I could be a convert.
All right. Fair enough. So do you prefer track workouts or long runs?
Long runs.
Yeah. A lot more easy conversations.
It's a great way to explore a new place
Yes.
or see your city.
Yeah.
I like the mental state of it, just kind
Okay.
of getting into a flow.
Nice. Yeah. No, I love that. I love traveling and going for a run.
Yes.
The best way to explore a
Anytime
city.
I've moved somewhere new, it's how I've learned my new city.
Yeah, absolutely. No, highly recommend.
Yeah.
All right, last question. It's a little bit weird. Would you prefer going on a long run or going on a first date?
A long run.
And why is that? Why not a first date?
First dates are so awkward.
Yeah.
I'm much better at running.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Well, thank you for coming. Thank you for trying out the bourbon.
Thank you. That was delicious.
I'm glad you liked it. Enjoy the rest of the party.
Thank you.
And congrats on your race too.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. We have another guest here on the After Run Bourbon Club. Who do we got now?
I am Colin Wilhelm, coming to you from my hometown, Washington, D.C.
Well, hometown boy. Love to see it.
I'm a local. I'm a townie.
Okay, a townie. Nice. Very cool. What's it been like living in D.C.? Have you been here your whole life?
I've moved away a couple times, but keep on coming back. There's just kind of a gravitational pull to the place.
Sure.
And it's definitely changed a lot. I mean, this neighborhood when I was growing up, we're in 14th Street now, kind of Logan Circle area.
Yeah.
This was just way different, and it's to see it change as much as it has been really kind of crazy over the last couple of decades.
Okay, nice. That's awesome. I mean, I feel like even when the first time I lived in DC, the Navy Yard Wharf area was completely different than what it is today.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Where were you based in?
So we were living in Arlington at the time.
Okay.
But I would obviously come into DC all the time because this is where it's at, right? This is the life of the area is the heart of DC. and yeah, but just I remember seeing all the cranes down in the wharf area, and watching that place transform. It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely a lot of changes.
Yeah, love to see the city like continue to grow and change, and I plan on being here for a long time. So I'm excited to see all the growth and change.
Yeah, you're a brand new homeowner, so yeah, definitely you're putting down roots, man.
Absolutely, yeah. Colin, are you a bourbon drinker?
I am.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like it a lot, or like, is it what's your preference?
I have been like drinking less.
Okay.
Like liquor, I would say, and also in general, but like liquor of
Sure.
late.
Okay.
But I at one point like was in a whiskey club, and
Oh, wow.
yeah, no, I'm a fan of Buffalo Trace especially.
All right. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, Buffalo Trace is definitely one of my favorites. It's like more of like a daily sipper,
Yeah,
right?
It's a sipping whiskey.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's awesome. All right, well, let's have a little taste right now.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. Oh yeah, that's good. Very good. So today, you didn't run today, right?
I did not run today.
But you were out on the cheer zone.
I was out in the cheer zone. The cheer zone is the place to be on a Saturday or Sunday, excuse me, on a race day if you are not actually running.
Right, exactly. Yeah, the vibes there are just electric.
Yes.
Like even after I finished my run and like gathered all my stuff and headed back down there, just the still was going.
Yeah.
Hard.
Just the positive vibes rock.
Yeah.
Like it's just NETC has such a good vibe about it. Yeah. Everybody's so supportive of each other.
Yeah.
It just makes it like a really positive way to kick off your day, even if you're not running.
Absolutely. How long have you been with Northeast Track Club?
Like a year and a half.
Okay.
My attendance has been a little bit spottier the last few months. Winter kind of got the best of me, but I'm trying
this
to come
was a
back
tough
in.
winter.
Seriously, right?
Yeah, it was probably. I think it was one of the coldest DC's had in like 5 years, right? So, yeah.
Sorry?
One of the coldest DC's had in 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's been a rougher winter. So I think like with the snow, I think changing administration, there's a lot of work for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It just kind of creates like a lot of hecticness that can make it a little bit tougher to be in your routine.
Yeah.
But like spring is a great time to reset.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Literally, hope spring's eternal. So like, get to come back into it, get back into that routine.
Excellent.
Coming out today was like very inspirational for seeing a lot of people racing and try to bottle a little bit of that mentally in order to have the motivation going through the summer when it's going to be hot, sticky, and humid to like actually train.
Yeah, well, I mean, today was humid. It was 90% out there this morning, and it was a tough as a runner. As a runner, it was a little bit tough.
Sure, I get it, but also it's that early spring humidity.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. It's a little bit refreshing.
Okay, I can see that.
Look, man, I'm from here. It's like the Bain speech. Like
I
was born in this. I was molded by it.
Yes. Yeah.
So like. I don't mind a little bit of humidity.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I'll give that to you. All right. Well, I'm going to give you a couple rapid fire questions.
Yeah.
You just answer off the top of your head.
Should I have drink?
Keep drinking. Drink it at your leisure. At your leisure.
Okay.
Yeah. As someone who appreciates bourbon, I feel like you understand. You don't need to shoot the whole thing.
A little bit of sipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a little bit rusty too.
All right, Colin. Rapid fire. Ready?
Yo.
Are you a road runner or a trail runner?
More of a road runner, but I do enjoy a trail run.
Okay. Do you prefer Northeast Track Club Track Tuesday or Saturday long run?
I think Track Tuesday because it pushes me more, and that's what I got used to coming to at first.
Okay, fair enough. Last question before I let you go. Would you rather go on a 20-mile long run or a first date?
First date?
Yeah.
20-mile long run.
Why is that? Why over the first date?
I feel like just like there's a lot of it depends on the vibe, right? Like if it's a good person, there's a lot of excitement around that, and like maybe you really vibe and it's a good first date. You kind of feel comfortable around each other, but man, there's a lot of awkward first dates out here too.
Yeah.
And yeah, that can be tough.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the 20-mile long run, you're going to get the runner's high after that, and you'll at least feel like you accomplished something.
There you go. Awesome. Great answer. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for drinking some bourbon with me.
Man.
Absolutely. Hope you enjoy the rest of the party.
Let's do it again soon.
Definitely. Absolutely. All right, everybody. We are here with another guest. Who do I have sitting next to me now?
Hi, I'm Emily Fetzner. I'm from Michigan, but I've been in DC for 10 years this year.
10 years. You're basically a local.
Basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And DC, like, true and true. No Virginia.
No Virginia. Never lived in Virginia.
Never.
Okay.
Never.
Not a lot of people can say that. Like,
Yeah,
usually
proud.
people start in Virginia, then they come to DC, and then they go back to Virginia when they want, like, a yard.
No, I've been tried and true.
Okay. Nice. How do you like living in DC?
I love it. I love it. Very humid.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Okay.
But other than that, it's perfect.
It's perfect. Okay.
No flaws.
Nice.
None.
None
Yeah.
whatsoever. No,
Yeah.
I love living in DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's where I retired, obviously, and I plan to be here for 10 plus years as well.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Nice.
Where are you originally from?
Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very dry.
Very dry.
A dry heat.
Look, I don't care if it's a dry heat. When it's 120 degrees, it doesn't matter. You're
It
cooking.
doesn't?
You're cooking on the outside.
Oh, okay.
You might as well be in the stove.
Ew. No, thank you.
Yeah.
No, I don't thrive in the heat.
Exactly. I stay out of Arizona in the summer as much as possible. I'll go back occasionally, but like June, July, August, you won't catch me in Arizona.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So Emily, are you a bourbon drinker?
No. I've had.
Okay.
Yeah. If
And-
I want to impress a boy.
All right. Nice. And how has that gone for you in the past?
I'm single.
Okay. But did you enjoy the bourbon?
Yeah. I've had worse things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Have you ever tried Buffalo Trace?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right. So what I like to tell people is that Buffalo Trace, I think, is a good entry-level bourbon. It's very smooth.
Okay.
It's not like too expensive if you want to go buy a bottle, and it's got a nice enough alcohol content where you can feel a little bit of burn, but it's not overpowering where you don't taste all the other flavors.
Everything I'd want in a bourbon. Is this a hashtag ad?
It should be, and maybe I'll get sponsored.
Yeah, you should get a sponsor.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
So shall we try it out?
Yes. Is this one where we have to switch it or no?
I suggest take a little sip, swish it around, get the flavor profile in your mouth, and see how you go from there. Cheers. Ooh. Yeah.
I feel it all up in my palate.
Yeah.
The
Nice.
roof.
The roof of your mouth, in the back of
Yes.
your throat.
But it's not bad.
No, right? Smooth.
Yeah, like it's like, and then like you think it's gonna be like but it's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was a great way to describe it.
I like that.
Right? Yeah.
That's good. I feel like if you had one of those big ice cubes.
Okay. So you can have it on the rocks.
Yeah.
All right.
I love those.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Very nice.
Very into it.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you some rapid fire questions really quick.
Okay, yes.
All right. So, one, did you run today?
I did not, but I cheered, and that's basically the same thing.
It really is. The energy is the same, right?
Yes, it's just as hard.
Yeah. I'm surprised actually that you have a voice right now.
It's a little raw.
Okay.
It's a little
Fair
raw.
enough. Do you prefer road running or trail running?
Probably trail.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's my destiny.
Okay.
I'm a trail rat at heart.
It really, like, that is your vibe. You do give off, like, crunchy trail runner, hippie runner, that's your vibe, and I love the vibe. Don't get me wrong, it's not,
I'm slowly like realizing that I have maybe a stereotype, and I just bought a Jeep.
Okay.
So we're fulfilling it hard.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, I love a trail, but I do more road running.
Okay.
But that's because I don't think I'm strong enough yet.
Okay.
The trails are like you need some quads.
Yes, you do.
So I've been doing some Doc Sarah workouts.
Okay. Very nice.
But I'm preparing my body to more exclusively do trails.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair
all
enough.
my longer distances, like races this year, are trails.
Nice. Personally, not a trail runner, but I think you either are or you aren't.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like hella into trees, so
Fair enough.
yeah. And there's a lot, so
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while we have you on the roadside, do you prefer Track Tuesday or Saturday long run?
Probably Saturday long runs.
Okay.
I'm not a sprinter. I'll never be a sprinter.
Sure.
I do like the track Tuesdays because a lot of people are there. I love it for the community aspect.
Absolutely.
So you'll see me in the beginning for a warm up, and then I'm usually. But yeah, I think for my era of running right now, I love like a longer, slow situation. So
Okay.
definitely the longer runs.
All right.
And I like that they're in different parts of the city.
Yes.
I love
Yeah,
to
yeah.
explore.
Okay.
So I'm into that.
Yeah. Well, that leads perfectly into my last question before I let you go.
Okay, perfect.
Would you rather go on a long run or go on a first date?
Go on a long run.
No hesitation.
First dates are so scary. Or like maybe go on a long run first date.
Okay.
So I don't really like talking when I run, so that might not be the best.
Okay. Yeah, probably not. Yeah.
Yeah, no, first dates are scary.
Okay. All right. So long run it is.
That's just my second nature,
Yeah. No, fair enough.
Okay.
All right, Emily. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
My pleasure.
I'm glad you enjoyed the bourbon.
Thank you. I'm gonna finish it off.
Okay. Yeah. One more time. Cheers. Let's
Like
go.
I see the legs.
You see that
Is
leg?
that wine?
So wine. Legs are wine. We call these bourbon tears. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Look at that bourbon cry.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so if you came and sat with me and interviewed on the After Run Bourbon Club live, we entered you into a raffle for this Koros Pace Pro. Yeah.
Close, why are you slurring?
Maybe because I've had a lot of bourbon. No, I'm fine. Must be present to win, so if you were up here and then you left, I'm sorry, but that's... Yeah. All right, yeah. All right.
649.
You ready?
Go.
I think they're all 649, Michael.
I know, I had a chance.
Yeah. So, 649, 696. No, Jenny! No! We got it right there? Hey! There you go. Thank you very much, 696. Congratulations, Eric. All right.